When wood becomes art, it is rarely because of complexity or excess, but because of restraint, patience, and an understanding that beauty often lives in the quiet space between intention and material. And this idea has followed me through decades of working with wood, shaping not only the pieces I create but the way I see craftsmanship itself, because a simple wooden form. Welcome to the channel. Today's video is an invitation to slow down and see wood not just as a material but as art. We're exploring how a simple wooden form, shaped with patience and intention, can carry a sense of timeless beauty. There are no distractions here, no excess, just the quiet process of allowing wood, grain, and form to speak for themselves. Settle in and let this moment of simplicity guide you. When approached with respect and clarity, can carry a timeless beauty that outlasts trends, styles, and even the maker. And this journey begins long before the first cut. In the moment you choose a piece of wood and decide not to force it into something loud or decorative, but to let it exist in its most honest expression. And as you hold that raw material in your hands, feeling its weight, its temperature, and the subtle direction of its grain, you begin to understand that simplicity is not the absence of effort, but the result of deep consideration, because to remove everything that is unnecessary requires more skill and discipline than to add detail endlessly. And this philosophy sits at the heart of timeless wooden art, where every curve, plane, and surface has purpose. As we come to the end of this piece, take a moment to reflect on how simplicity can hold so much meaning. When wood becomes art, it reminds us that beauty doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. I hope this video brought a sense of calm and inspiration, and encouraged you to appreciate the quiet elegance found in natural forms. If you enjoyed this journey, please like the video, share it with others who value thoughtful design, and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next creation. Our pose, and nothing is there by accident. And when you watch a simple wooden form take shape, whether it's a smooth sculptural object, a minimalist vessel, or an abstract piece meant to live quietly in a space, you can sense the calm that comes from working in harmony with the material rather than against it. Because wood responds to gentleness and decisiveness in equal measure, and the more experience you have, the more you realize that your role as a maker is not to dominate the wood, but to reveal what is already there, hidden beneath rough edges and excess mass. And as the form slowly emerges, you begin to see how light interacts with the surface, how shadows soften edges, and how the grain itself becomes decoration enough, eliminating the need for ornament. And this is where wood transcends function and becomes art, because it invites contemplation rather than consumption, encouraging the viewer to slow down, to look closely, and to appreciate subtle transitions and natural variation. And in a world saturated with noise and visual clutter, these simple forms offer a kind of visual silence that feels grounding and restorative. And over the years, I've learned that people are often most moved by pieces they can't immediately explain, objects that feel balanced and complete without demanding attention. And this reaction comes from an intuitive recognition of harmony, something humans have responded to for centuries, long before design trends and marketing language existed. And this is why simple wooden art feels timeless, because it taps into a universal sense of proportion, texture, and material honesty. And when you create such work, you are participating in a lineage that stretches back to the earliest human interactions with wood, when tools, vessels, and shelters were shaped with care and intention, not for display, but for life itself. And that heritage still resonates today, because wood carries memory, both biological and cultural. And when you shape it simply, you allow those memories to remain legible, visible in the growth rings, the knots, and the subtle shifts in color that no artificial material can replicate. And as the process continues, the act of refining becomes meditative, removing tool marks gradually, not to erase the hand, but to soften its presence, allowing the form to feel resolved without becoming sterile. And this balance is crucial, because too much refinement can strip the piece of warmth, while too little can leave it feeling unfinished. And finding that middle ground is one of the great lessons of woodworking as art, a lesson that can only be learned through time, repetition, and careful observation. And when the piece reaches its final form, the finishing stage becomes an extension of the philosophy rather than a separate step, because the goal is not to coat or conceal, but to protect and enhance. Using oils or waxes that deepen the grain and invite touch, rather than creating a barrier between the viewer and the material. And this tactile quality is essential, because simple wooden forms often communicate as much through feel as through sight, encouraging a slower, more intimate interaction. And as the finished piece finds its place in a home or gallery, it begins a new life, interacting with light, space, and time, changing subtly as the years pass. Developing a patina that adds depth rather than diminishing value. And this aging process is part of the beauty, reminding us that wood is a living material even after it has been shaped, responding to its environment in quiet ways. And this sense of continuity is what gives simple wooden art its enduring appeal, because it doesn't try to freeze a moment, but instead embraces change as part of its identity. And for the viewer, living with such a piece can be a daily reminder of balance and restraint, of the value of slowing down and appreciating what is essential. And as a maker, knowing that your work can offer this kind of presence is deeply rewarding, because it shifts the purpose of woodworking from production to contribution, from making objects to shaping experiences. And this is especially meaningful in an age where speed and volume often overshadow care and longevity. And by choosing simplicity, you are making a quiet statement about what matters, about the value of materials, time, and thoughtful design. And this choice resonates with people who are searching for authenticity in their surroundings, who want their spaces to reflect calm and intention rather than excess. And as you reflect on the journey from raw wood to finished form, you realize that the true artistry lies not in what was added, but in what was removed, in the decisions to stop, to listen, and to trust that the material and the process would lead you to something complete. And this trust is perhaps the most important lesson of all, because when you trust the wood, you allow yourself to create work that feels honest and grounded, work that doesn't need explanation to be understood. And as this video comes to a close, the simple wooden form before us stands as a quiet testament to the idea that timeless beauty is not created through complexity, but through clarity, patience, and respect. And when wood becomes art in this way, it reminds us that the most powerful creations often speak in whispers rather than shouts, leaving space for reflection, connection, and lasting appreciation long after the tools have been set down. As we come to the end of this piece, take a moment to reflect on how simplicity can hold so much meaning. When wood becomes art, it reminds us that beauty doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. I hope this video brought a sense of calm and inspiration, and encouraged you to appreciate the quiet elegance found in natural forms. If you enjoyed this journey, please like the video, share it with others who value thoughtful design, and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next creation.